Hello guys, so I'm Ezekiel. Now, I just want to take this time to thank you guys for the support that I received in my previous video. So, it seems like a lot of you actually liked the video because of the views, and not only that, 6 of you guys actually clicked like on the video, and the most important one of them all, I got a new subscriber this week. So to whoever was subscribed, thank you very much. I hope whatever it is that prompted you to subscribe, I promise that I will deliver even more right on that. But without further delay, let us get into the analysis of today's video, because I do have a few pairs which I'm looking at, but then today unfortunately is going to be different because I want to share with you guys 5 pairs. So if I'm going to break down all of them from scratch, it's going to make the video long, right? So what I'm going to do is I've already analyzed the video, and most of the trend lines and annotations have been drawn on the chart. So what I'm going to do is I will just explain how I'm looking at the market for next week, what am I looking at, etc. Right? So yeah, let us get into it, guys. I've been talking a lot, but thank you for the support. Okay guys, let us begin with the analysis. So the pairs which I'll be discussing today will be platinum, New Zealand dollar, New Zealand Swiss, SP500, and natural gas. So we have a mixture of metals, forex, and indices and CFDs. But let us begin with platinum. Okay, so with platinum, I'm going to start off on the weekly time frame. So platinum, I'm already in the trade. I will show you how I entered the position, but I will not show you the MT4 for obvious reasons, right? Actually, my account is that small. I've not reached that level where I'm comfortable showing my account, but yeah, maybe sometime in the future I may show you my account. But platinum, well, with platinum, what's happening is we have a nice ascending channel, right? And if you look at the structure, is beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. The structure is of a high quality. But and if you dissect it carefully, you can see from the third touch we did have that push down, but price failed to commit even lower. Instead, what happened is price came up, but it failed to move even higher. Instead, price closed with this huge red candlestick, a high test candlestick pattern. And so for last week, as you can see, we closed with this green candlestick pattern, right? So, but we're looking for sells. The most important thing is we're looking for sells. So moving over to the daily time frame. Now, the daily time frame, this is where things get interesting. We have a potential double top which fails to materialize, right? But because I'm not looking for perfection, all I need from the market is, a sign that, we are going down. And I did get that sign on Thursday, right? But what's happening is price pushed down, which is the impulsive phase, and then currently we are contained within this correction, meaning next week and the other weeks after that, I'm looking for those sell opportunities all the way to that level, right, which is the 90% zone. So if everything goes well, I'll be looking for platinum to come down here. So to explain how I executed my trade, I entered like this. So I entered on Thursday. Okay, so these were not here, so I'm going to hide them so that you can understand clearly what I was looking at. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen, but okay, so what I saw on Thursday was the following. I saw this correction and right away I was interested. Now, when you zoom out, you can see that we just have the push down and then we have that nice correction which followed. And so for me personally, when I see a correction of this nature, it's a no-brainer. I just placed my order below. As you can see, I got tagged in by this huge red candlestick, but unfortunately, price came up, right? So right now I'm in drawdown, right? I'm losing money right now, but it is what it is. So now I just deleted this because I evolved the structure, So one of the best things you can ever do for yourself is do not mirror your trend lines. Just because I was looking at the market from this view doesn't mean that, this is it, right? So I just deleted this because I saw that price was forming a bigger correction. So I just deleted that and then I just draw what you're seeing right now. So for next week, I am anticipating some sells up until this level. Yeah, so up until this level. So when price hits this level, I will see what's going to happen. Price will either go down, which would be nice because it means I'll be making money, or price can just come up, right? Maybe it may even hit my stop loss, but it may come up and then come down, right? So whatever happens, it will happen. I do not know. So we will see what's going to happen. But I'm done with platinum. Let us move on to the next pair. Okay, so the next pair is New Zealand dollar, and starting off on the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, we have an expanding channel. So you can call it expanding, ascending. It really doesn't matter. We just wanna trade, guys. But for me, I'm just going to call it an expanding channel. And then, so basically next week, I'm looking for sells, right? That's it. I'm just looking for sells. And then moving over to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, what's interesting is that we have our first touch, second touch. We failed to get to our third touch because of the override, which is the double top. Price pushed down aggressively, and now we are in this correction, which means I'm anticipating price to come down minimum this low, and then if the market is generous, price may even come down to hit this low. But for me, if price can just behave and come from this level till this level, I'm happy. I'm just gonna take what's mine and I will leave. And then that's the daily time frame. Let's move over to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, the structure just looks nice. And then on the 1 hour, so on the 1 hour, guys, so I'm looking at two scenarios. So the first scenario, it's the following. So I should have entered this position, but remember, or let me just say, last week I wasn't looking at New Zealand dollar. I just did my analysis a few hours back, and I came to see that there was an opportunity on Friday, but I had not seen it, right? So, if I was available at that time, I would have entered like this because everything fits my plan to enter, right? Exactly like this. But because price has played out, it means I'm looking at two things, right? So the first one could be the following. Price can either come up just to tag me into the position using a sell limit, and then price just comes down, hits take profit if it's going to work out. But then the second scenario that I'm looking at is that price can just give me a nice correction of this nature and then come down. So if I find a correction of this nature, it means I will have a better entry, right? A better entry because instead of making 3% on the same position, if I manage to get a better entry, then it just means that I will, what's this? Yeah, I will get, almost 6%. Yeah, so so double the profit just by waiting for this correction. Can you see? So on Monday next week, I'll see how I feel and what I'm in the mood for. If I want to be patient, because remember, guys, if you're going to wait for a correction of this nature, there's a high possibility it may not come. You might be waiting for a correction, and before you know it, price is down here. You were waiting for a correction, right? But I will just see on Monday how I play out with the scenarios. So, but that's it for New Zealand dollar. Let us continue with the next pair. Okay, so the next pair is New Zealand Swiss. So New Zealand Swiss, I'm looking for sells. Let us see what the higher time frame is telling me. So on the higher time frame, price looks like it is forming an expanding channel, right? Meaning price can come up and then drop. But this is the weekly time frame, guys. This, it will take a long time to play out, but it's just nice to know what's likely to happen over the next coming weeks and months, right? But I'm really not focused on this bigger move right now. So yes, take note of what I said before, but what's capturing my attention is how price is behaving down here. So if you look at price, it seems like this is a correction, right? And since this is a correction, it means I may get price coming down from the top till price hits, this level or the max level. Whichever one comes first, we will take it. So that is what I was seeing on the weekly time frame. So on the daily time frame, what do we have? Okay, on the daily time frame, yeah, it's just an ascending channel. And then 4 hour, okay, so 4 hour, nothing much. It just follows what we saw on the daily time frame. And then on the 1 hour, so the 1 hour, this is where things get interesting. So I just like this correction. So this is a flag, guys. This is a flag, and looking at everything else, it looks nice, meaning next week I should just pull the trigger, right? But then I'm a bit uneasy by this week, right? So I've been seeing this week a lot, so unfortunately I do not have the data on whether or not that week should I be worried or not, because if you ignore the tiniest of details in your trades, then it might cause problems for you in the future. But New Zealand Swiss, it looks nice for next week. let us see the next pair. So the next pair is SP500, which is an index or an indice. So what I'm looking at on the weekly time frame, I don't think there's anything on the weekly time frame. This is a lower time frame trade, so nothing on the weekly time frame. S&P 500 on the daily time. So on the daily time frame, this is where there's a bit of shape coming into the position. As you can see, it's an ascending channel, and if everything goes according to plan, we should be seeing price drop next week to this level. But then this max level, you will see what it means on the lower time frames. But let's move over to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, so S&P 500 is looking nice, right? It's looking nice, but then I wouldn't jump in just yet, right? Because what I'm seeing is the following, right? So when I look at S&P 500, something just told me that we may drop till we hit the max level, and then we may come up just to create that double top, and then after creating that double top, then we may find the momentum to drop. So for me personally, if I can see something of this nature next week, then it would open the doors for me to take this trade. Yeah, so because if I were to take the trade right now as it is, I just feel like I'd be entering myself into a risky position, So I'm not comfortable with price the way it's looking right now. So I'd rather stay away and wait for this if it's going to happen, right? So this just looks like the better approach for me, right? So let us see what's next. Okay, natural gas. Okay, so yeah, natural gas is the last one. And then on the weekly time frame, what do we have? Okay, so on the weekly time frame, it's interesting because I was looking at this huge expanding channel, right? It's this huge expanding channel, and then it really doesn't have a use right now, but because it's there, it's nice just to know that something is there, right? But then what I'm focused on for this week is this expanding channel. It looks nice. It looks nice for some sales for next week. And then moving over to the daily time frame. Now on the daily time frame, I'm not detecting an ounce of bullishness. So what's happening is price can just come down and then continue to the downside, and then on the 4-hour time frame. So in the 4-hour time frame, guys, this is where things just become clearer and nice for me. So if you look at the channel overall, it looks nice for me. We have on the third touch, what do we have? We have a bearish harami candlestick pattern. So if you know your candlestick patterns, you should know that a bearish harami candlestick pattern or inside bar, it just means that price will be falling, right? And so, I am looking for those sells to the downside. So if it does present itself, then definitely I will be taking that sell, right? But yeah, there's nothing much happening on the 1-hour time frame. So yeah, guys, we've made it to the end of the video. If you liked what you saw, please like, and then if you want to see anything on the channel, preferably some analysis or some educational content, then just comment in the comment section what you would like to see. And then if you find the content interesting, or you find what I do interesting, then consider subscribing, guys. It goes a long way. But yeah, without further ado, hope you have a wonderful trading week ahead, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.